What is going on, everybody? AJ Riley back with Eric Vincent for your favorite Detroit sports show, Beyond the Box. We're talking Lions. We're going a little bit more in depth than we did on our live last night. And again, I want to thank everybody who joined us on the live last night talking about the Lions rebuild being over, talking about Jalen Carter and this news that he's not taking interviews with teams beyond the top 10. If you want to hear more about that, go check out our last video. Make sure you've liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel so that you can get the latest Beyond the Box, your favorite Detroit sports show. And here's what we have on tap tonight. David Montgomery. Yeah. It's going to be a show devoted solely to the Lions run game and their newest running back. So we're going to get to all of that and more, and even dive into a little bit of highlight tape watching and reaction. So
I'm ready,
Eric,
man.
ready?
Let's do this.
Let's go. All right, we are back and ready to go, talking about the Lions' newest running back, a guy that we know well from the NFC North, David Montgomery. And Eric, this is a pretty good acquisition. We've already talked about it, and I told you before the live last night that the more that I think about it, the more I like this signing. Let's talk about some expectations for this stud running back behind this fantastic offensive line. What do we like about this move, first of all?
Man, Lions fans, you got to be thrilled about this guy. I think the upside of David Montgomery with the Detroit Lions, he has an opportunity to be the MVP of this offense. I think his talent is that high. I think the resources around him are perfect enough for him to succeed, and you should have high expectations for him. I think this Lions team, I think we've seen really for a while, like for the past maybe decade, it seems like, where the Lions have been really predicated on fighting that thunder and lightning type dynamic between their run game, whether it's getting Reggie Bush and then adding Joique Bell with him, or having Theo Riddick, but then also having a bruising back next to him. And even last season, we saw the same thing. Jamal Williams was supposed to be the bruising, goal line back, and DeAndre Swift was supposed to be the splash playmaker next to him. You have David Montgomery, who provides both of that, in my opinion. The dude is 6 foot, 225, 25 years old, well in his prime, if even that at this point. And you just said it. We know him very well for what he's done in the NFC North with the Chicago Bears. And I think he has even more upside to be better than he was with Chicago. With this, wasn't good. They didn't have a real offensive line. I believe he was splitting carries for a little bit too. He has a real chance of being a dangerous running back. Top 5, honestly, if you want me to be honest with you.
I mean, and even if we look at what he did with the Bears, he averaged 4 yards a carry for his career. Never had less than 800 yards in the 4 years that he was there. Even when he did not play full seasons, because he had a little bit of injury in 21, had another injury in 20. But even when he was injured in 20 and only played in 15 games, still rushed for 1,000 yards. Behind a Bears offensive line that it's not the Lions. Let's just put it that way. So his past performance and the way that he fits with this team, it's like almost like a missing piece to a puzzle in a lot of ways. And yeah, the thunder and lightning aspect of it, but he's got a little bit of lightning too. And he's going to be really fun to watch behind this offensive line. Like, if he's not our starting running back by game 4, I think the Lions will be in a really good way, because that means Swift would have been playing well. But I fully expect him to be our running back 1 by game 4.
Okay. So, not even
with Swift as the changeup.
So like not even a defense. Okay, I'm with that. I can agree with that. Another aspect he brings, you talked about his 2020 season where he went over 1,000 yards. He had 400 yards receiving as well. So he gained 1,500 yards all purpose. Caught 2 touchdowns. I think he had like 50 catches. And I think he's going to help with that play action game that Jared Goff loves. Yeah. Seeing him in a screen game where you even honestly could get creative and put Goff in the backfield with Swift and Montgomery together. Yeah. Oh, they can do a lot of creative things.
I think you're going to see that
I think that's going to be very, very dynamic.
I don't know. It's exciting. Like, we had a poll question up yesterday about who will have the better season, Jamal Williams with the Saints or David Montgomery with the Lions. Yeah. And overwhelmingly, 340 votes, 93%.
People spoke. Montgomery. Well done, y'all.
But, I mean, that's just... One, he's a better running back than Jamal was. 2, he's behind a better offensive line than Jamal has in New Orleans. Like, that's what I think people are failing to see a little bit is Jamal Williams was always just a backup running back. You now have 2 bona fide running back ones on your roster that will be in the backfield consistently. This is huge. And I want to get into talking about the expectations for David Montgomery with the Lions coming up. But first, let's talk to the people about Detroit, Gear Up Detroit.
Let's do that. Hey, Detroit sports fans, did you know you can now rep your favorite team in style without even leaving this page? Gear Up Detroit store is now available right here, right now on YouTube, just below the video you're watching right here.
Yeah, that's right. You can browse through our range of high-quality, unique, and stylish merchandise for all your favorite Detroit sports teams. The Lions, the Tigers, the Red Wings, the Pistons, without missing a moment of your favorite Detroit sports show.
And if you want to explore even more awesome gear, you can always visit GearUpDetroit.shop for a full range of tees, hoodies, hats, and even more, all designed by talented local artists as well.
So gear up for your next game and support local creators and make a statement with Gear Up Detroit. And remember, you can shop right here on YouTube or visit GearUpDetroit.shop. We're going into the 2023 season. The draft is on its way. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a minute. But what do we expect from David Montgomery in 2023?
You just heard it from me. I have extremely high expectations for him in terms of the landscape of the NFC North. You know, let's start with the team as well. I think he's more than capable of going over 1,000 yards. I think that's well within his range for this team. I'm expecting at least 1,200. Honestly, I don't think the Lions are in a position where they're going to have to use him up and, you know, give him like Derrick Henry type carries. I don't think we're going to see that. I think they're still going to keep Swift involved. They want him to be a part of the game plan, and they like keeping a third down back as well, or a third back as well in the rotation. So I don't think we're going to see him used up, but I do expect a high volume of activity for him in the pass as well as the run game. And even looking at like some of the running backs in the NFC, it's not a whole ton that are really blow me away. Like outside the NFC East, there's nobody really out there. Miles Sanders just left the Eagles, and he was maybe their best in that division. C-Mac in the NFC West, but I think maybe Montgomery can be better than him, honestly, because he stays more healthy and he's more that I won't say more dynamic, but I think he's a better, well-rounded back. NFC South, I'm not impressed with any of the backs out there, and then even in our division as well. I think he can be the best in this division. So it's some lofty expectations for him, but I think he's well capable of living up to him.
I agree. And we have said previously, but I will double down and say there's no reason why he can't be the rushing champ.
That's huge. That's huge.
And if he's the rushing champ, that means our team is really good. Because that's going to make Jared Goff that much better. So, when we talk about expectations, I want to see, Like I said, 1,000 yards I think is definitely on the table for him. He's done it. It's not going to be less than 800 because he does not get less than 800 yards in a season, and he's playing behind a much better offensive line. I expect him to be utilized out of the backfield in the receiving game, but also then I think it's very important that they find a way to build strong play action off of David Montgomery, and I think that they'll be able to. Now, one thing that I think is fun that we did with Jameson was some interesting facts.
Yeah.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, or a scale of 1 to 5, I'm sorry. On a scale of 1 to 5, I want you to tell me how interesting you think these facts are.
That was fun. Let's do that.
Okay. So 5 being is very interesting. 1, and I could do without that. But number 1, when he was drafted out of Iowa State. When he was drafted by the Bears, he was the first Iowa State running back drafted in 4 years.
4 years. I'll give him credit. I'll give him like a 3.5, 4 to significance. I think that's important for his sake, for the school's sake. I'm okay with that. Cool.
Okay. 3.5. Okay. Now, number 2. He has been quoted as saying that he models his game after sweetness. Walter Payton.
Oh, that's a 5. I love that. I absolutely love that. I mean, does anybody for you to be watching? It's him. There's also another back that was pretty good in Detroit that you maybe will turn some film on and check out. Name is slipping me right now, but I'm sure it'll come to me later. It's okay. Barry, something like that.
something. Okay, interesting fact number 3. Watching the note card questions that the Lions have done with their new free agents, and they asked him if he had any collections. David Montgomery is a bowler with a bowling ball collection.
I like that. Okay.
Bowling's pretty big.
I like it. Bowling.
It's a big thing. So
it's a sport you can just go do. You don't have to be great at, but still have fun. That's a 5. There's a bowling collection too. I need to see that. Social media team for the Lions, get on that. I want to see what that looks like. That's a 5.
And finally, David Montgomery is an Eagle Scout.
Ooh. I mean, that kind of fits the whole biting kneecaps mentality to an extent. I feel like he's very resourceful when his back is against the wall, so I'll give him a 5 for that. I think if he had an interview with Dan Campbell, I guarantee that came up in the interview. Guaranteed.
He's like, Monty, how can we build a fire right here?
Come outside. Instantly.
You got that deer in the woods. Let's go skin it and eat it.
Say less.
Right
Meet me
now.
outside in 5.
But listen, we want to know what you think about Monty too. What are your expectations for David Montgomery coming into the 2023 season? Make sure to drop those in the comments to let us know. Now, Eric, April 27th, the draft is coming up. And if you are as excited as we are, we have a treat for you.
Guys, trust me, you need to join us for our exclusive 2023 NFL Draft Live Show, where your favorite analysts, AJ, Eric, and Dylan, will be breaking down each first-round draft pick as it happens. That's right, we'll be reacting to all the drama, surprises, and jaw-dropping moments of the NFL Draft.
And guess what? We want you to be a part of our show as well. Share your thoughts with us, your reactions with us, your live predictions. Who are the Lions taking at 6? Who are the Lions taking at 18? We want to know that. And we will get to your comments and thoughts throughout the entire show. Don't miss a chance to engage with fellow Detroit Lions fans, but also your 2 favorite Detroit sports hosts from Beyond the Box.
Absolutely. So mark your calendars for 2023 NFL Draft Live Show. April 27th, mark it in your phone right now. Whether you got an iPhone, an Android, a Virgin mobile phone, doesn't matter what you got. Pick your phone up, set your calendar reminder right now. Hosted by Detroit Sports Nation. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of this epic event coming up.
We will see you there. And as always,
Yeah.
Go Lions. Now, Eric, we've been talking about David Montgomery, and we want to make sure we want to try something new. Pulled up his highlights from 22-23. Let's watch them, and let's react to them together. Look at what the Lions are actually getting in this running back from Iowa.
I'm going to do my John Madden. I'm going to get the whole yellow line going.
Okay. Well, we can't do that, but we can try. So I'm going to hit play here, and let's just go ahead and watch some highlights and react. Maybe. There we go.
Elusive, and he welcomes contact.
Oh, yeah. I'm watching this. Look at this. Swift would have bounced that outside.
He doesn't tiptoe. He hits right at the hole where it's at. Great patience.
The blocker. Look at that. He's very difficult to bring down on first contact. Very difficult.
Bouncing
to bring
well,
down
slips
on
off.
contact.
I saw this play repeatedly on Twitter after they signed him. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Why the Bears did not run him? I mean, I'm glad they didn't run him into the ground. But look at this.
Look at that.
That was a 2nd and 20, and he picked up 27.
I think he's broken at least 2 tackles on each highlight that we've watched so far.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there's one here. Come on. Carries him.
And then carried a guy for 5 years. For 5 yards. It's ridiculous. This guy's... Like, how people are upset that he's replacing Jamal
Come on, guys.
It's
Seriously.
beyond me. Like, it's beyond me. Like, this guy is legitimately probably the best running back we have on the roster. I think he's better than Swift.
And we just talked.
I do. I also like the orange jerseys.
I couldn't get with those. I couldn't get with the orange jerseys. No.
Really? I love when they do the Michigan throwback. I mean, it's not
what you're talking
throwback,
about.
but when they wear the winged helmet.
God, what was I just about to say? Yes. So he's very, very patient when he gets the ball. Like, he can hit the hole, but you see a lot of the jump stops where we can analyze and see what's in front of him as well. He's not over eager when he's running. Yeah.
Did you see that? Spin move for 1 yard, and then he ends up getting 9.
Again.
Look at this.
Breaks another tackle. These 2 guys to bring him down.
This guy is going to be so...
And if I'm not mistaken, the Bears and the Vikings... Was it the Vikings that were trying to go after him as well? And the Lions were able to pry him away, keep him in the division?
It was.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Look at that.
Not a guy that's going to run away from you necessarily, but... Okay, out of the backfield.
Justin
Scramble
Fields,
drill.
Justin
up the
Fields
sideline.
a decent throw.
Ooh.
Who would have thought?
Hey, that ball was on the money. As long as it doesn't happen against the Lions, I don't care.
I'm good with that.
Look at that. See, that's another one. Swift would have tried to bounce that outside, and yet he stuck it in. Oh, little swing move celebration.
He's like creating his own holes, it looks like. Even when he doesn't have space, he can stop and create his own opportunity. Look at that. And again, this is behind a horrible offensive line of the Chicago Bears.
Yes,
can you imagine him in space with Penei Sewell running in front of him?
You know what? I wonder if it's going to minimize his effectiveness with how much room he's going to have to run. Because he's not going to be able to be like, how do I
just want to see Penei Sewell in front of him on a screen. Like, that's it. That's all I need to see.
Gosh, man. He's such a powerful runner. Cut back up inside.
Cut back, carrying guys in. And Swift's not really much for breaking tackles either, so.
And he looks like, I understand these are highlights, right? So we're not seeing everything. But, like, his ability to come out of the backfield and catch a ball is nice.
Exactly.
Look at this.
Giving everything that you need.
Out of the backfield again. Like, 2 hands on the football.
Jamal is situational. This guy's not situational. Situation is we're on offense.
No.
Get him on the field.
This guy's legit. Yeah, it's legitimately a 3-down.
100%. So breakaway speed.
And a touchdown. He carried that guy in there. Holy cow.
Got a real
now,
one.
To be honest with you, that's the first time that I've seen like highlights, and I had David Montgomery on my fantasy team for a little bit, so like I knew he was a productive guy. But that's extremely exciting. That's extremely exciting.
Like Lions fans, like we should have been happy about this out the gate. A lot of y'all that needed time to process Jamal Williams, who again we love, we have respect for, and thank you. This guy is an upgrade in every way possible, guys. This dude is going to be the MVP of this offense next season, and I'm no question about that.
So yards after contact per attempt was almost 3 yards. So if he got hit 2 yards in after the line of scrimmage, he was gaining 5 yards of play. 39 targets, 34 receptions, 316. So he had 1,117 total yards last year.
Amazing.
Pretty productive. 1 receiving touchdown. Grades out as a 69 or 67.9 overall. Receiving, he grades out at 64, but like that's the kind of running back. I mean, you talk about grit. Those were gritty runs.
Yes, it wasn't just him being set up and he had a high weight. Like he had to improvise, he had to like jump and stop and analyze the line in front of him, and a lot, very impressive, man. I see some Clinton Portis kind of to his game. Like he is a very impressive back. Like I still can't believe it's real, to be honest.
That was a really good comp.
Just a little bit, because Clinton was very patient with his running. He didn't just hit right away. Like he's like he kind of does the same thing. He stops, analyzes, but then when he hits that hole, he's out of there. I see a lot of Clinton Portis in this game.
Yeah. And that's kind of like the difference between him and DeAndre Swift, right? Swift has one gear, and it is high speed, and it is fast, and it is get to the sideline as quick as I can so I can outrun everybody, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But patience is required to be a standout running back in the NFL, and Montgomery's got that in spades. So
the infamous quote from Deuce Staley during Hard Knocks was talking about how he thinks Swift could go for 1,000 in receiving and rushing. He should have waited and said it for this guy.
He can't.
Right now, obviously he can't, but I think there's a part of him that's like, oh, that's what they got now. Dang. I know he got to be upset about that. Because, having him at his disposal, I don't think he would have went anywhere if that were the case, honestly.
So what's the best case scenario for the Lions with David Montgomery?
To me, again, I believe if we're working with what's been successful for this team, the running game was, to me, the biggest focal point. It wasn't, trying to aerate it out and, try to just thrive on scoring 30, 40 points. Even though the offense was able to do that, those games were at their best when the running game was helping them. So having David Montgomery as an all-around full-purpose back, I think the best case scenario is, like you just said, going for the rushing title, being top 5 at your position, and being that number 1 engine to this offense. I don't think he's a complimentary guy. To me, he can be your focal point. He'll keep the defense tired that he's running through. He'll be able to work time of possession to the offensive advantage. I just think he has so much upside to his game. And as the number 1 engine, I'm not letting you live that down. I think he's the perfect back.
All I care is that they score more points. I don't care how long they possess the ball, just score more points than the other team. That's all that matters. Best case scenario, I think, is him and Swift on the field as much as possible together.
Okay.
One, I think that helps keep Swift a little bit healthier. It literally opens up the playbook for you to where the defense has no idea what tendencies are coming. And with Ben Johnson having somebody like this at his disposal, you can't help but be excited for this offense to get back on the field.
I think there's one more thing that I'm really excited about too. A lot of that elusiveness that you saw, I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way. I apologize.
You're good.
But a lot of that elusivity that we saw was on the field and on the grass. I think playing in a dome too is going to make him even more explosive because he's already shifty. Being able to plant, hopefully, we actually did see a whole lot of like injuries in like turf areas. So hopefully that's not the case. We've seen running backs have the ability to go off in Ford Field, and I think he can still add on to that. Honestly,
yeah, I don't necessarily love our field, but it is what it is at this point. I love
There
our
we
crowd
go.
at our field because it is literally a baked-in home field advantage, and it's
Yes.
fantastic. But yeah, I just like this guy's really good. He's really good, and he's going to be even better behind this offensive line. I mean, he was 25th last year in DVAR. Remember that value added as a running back. Split time with Khalil Herbert. Also was in DVOA. He was 28. 22nd. I'm sorry. He was 22nd. Right at about league average, but just a really good addition, and one of those sneaky picks that makes Brad Holmes a genius.
Yes, like finessing, being able to finesse your division by saying, "Here, we don't want TJ Hockenson no more. Give us 2 twos and take him away from us."
Yeah.
Not only are we going to finesse y'all like that, give us the running back that's the best in the division, arguably, and bring him to us. I don't care that 2 of y'all try to get him. He's ours now for the next 3 years. That absolutely helps the legend of Brad Holmes to be able to finesse within your division. I love that.
Yeah, it for sure does. The big question that we have to answer, though, is what number is he going to wear? If you were to make a prediction, because he can't wear 32, because that's Swiss. Does he wear 23 like old Darius Slayton?
That's possible. You know what could be the case? And let me do some research real quick, because we're seeing a lot of players change now in terms of what their college numbers used to be. So if it's a single digit number, maybe he goes back to that. I'm trying to look and see what he was when he was at Iowa State. He's at 32 again. He really is going to want that 32.
See, that's his number.
Yeah.
Anzalone wears that. I was going to say, if he models his game after Sweetness.
That's right.
34.
Yeah, you know what, Anzalone? Cough that up. Cough that up.
Yeah.
You can stay here,
for sure.
but cough that up and give it to Montgomery.
You know what I think would be the ultimate
What's that?
boss move? If he said, give me 30.
Oh, somebody else used to wear this? Clean it off with his own spread on it.
Your franchise leader in touchdowns wore this last year. Let me wear it and then go break the record. Go ahead, David. It's all yours, man.
That would be
It's all
messy,
yours.
but I'd be all for it, honestly.
I'd be all for it, man. It'd be great. It would be so great. So listen, here's the deal. We have looked at David Montgomery and his past and his experience with the Bears, where he never rushed for less than 800 yards. He had 1,100 yards total last season. Looked at a little bit of highlights that were quite exciting for us Lions fans, knowing that we now have 2 legitimate RB1s on our roster. I made a little guess as to what number he's going to wear. Personally, I think he should wear 30. Just rid the city of Jamal at this point, because he's stuck around too long. It's the Batman quote, right? At a certain point, you live too long.
See yourself become
a villain. And you became the villain, Jamal, when you said our offer was disrespectful, which it was not. Your agent was just a moron. So, we have every reason to be excited. We got the live draft show coming up on April 27th. Beyond the Box is now coming at you 4 times a week, live on Monday and Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Dropping more in-depth analysis like tonight's show on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 o'clock. So make sure that you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you pounded that bell for notifications when those shows do drop. And if you like this video, make sure you let us know by dropping us a like and sharing it with everybody you know, so that we can become their favorite Detroit sports host as well. He's Eric Vincent. I'm AJ Riley. We will see you guys again Thursday night live at 9 o'clock. Make sure you're there, because you're not going to want to miss it.